Hi dear friend, we have today topic is India-Iran relation under the Modi era. The India-Iran relationship under the Modi government 2014 to 26 has evolved into the sophisticated exercise of the multi-alignment. While the two nations are bound the civilizational contact and strategic project like the Chabar port, the relationship has frequently been tested by the US sanctions and India growing proximity to Israel and the United Nations. Some key timelines, uh, 2014 to 26, the relationship has transitions from the energy buyer seller to the regional connectivity partnership punctuated by these key engagement. In 2016, Prime Minister Narendra Modi state visit to Tehran, the first visit by the Indian PM in 15 years, signed by the trilateral transition agreement, India, Iran, Afghanistan for Chapgar port. In 2018, President Hassan Rouhani to India signed the 9 Ministry of Union include the interim lease for India to operate the Shahid Beheshti port at Shahbar. In 2021, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar to Tehran attend the President Ibrahim Raisi, swearing in the reinforce India commitment despite US maximum pressure sanctions. In 2022, Finance Minister, Foreign Minister Hussein Amir Abdullamin to New Delhi. First high-level visits from the Raisi administration to India focused on trade and the INSTC. In 2014, Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar to Tehran in May attended the official funeral ceremony of the President Raisi, a high-stakes gesture of the solidarity during the leadership crisis. In 2014, PM Modi and the President Pezeshkian met at the sideline of the 16th BRICS summit in Kazan. This was the first meeting with the new reformist Iranian leaders. In 2015, Finance Minister Abbas Agachi to New Delhi co-chaired the 20th Joint Commission meetings celebrated the 75th anniversary of the diplomatic ties. In 2016, Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri to Tehran in March visited the Iranian embassy to offer condolence on the passing of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei. The strategic milestone and friction point, the Chabar Long Game 2014 to 16. In May 2014, India finally moved past interim renewal by signing of a 10-year long-term contract to operate Chabar. By early 2026, the port has become a fractional alternative to the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor (CPEC) through its remains sensitive to US sanction waiver set to expire in April 2026. The Hormuz crisis. During the 25-26 maritime tensions in the state of Hormuz, India notably chose diplomacy over deployment, while the US argued partnership to send warships. External Affairs Minister Jaishankar utilized direct line to Tehran to secure safe passage for Indian flagged tankers, showcasing the utility of India's independent stand. Human rights and red lines. The relationship is not without frictions. In late 2014, India issued a sharp rebuke after the Iranian leadership commented on the treatment of minority in India. Conversely, in January 2026, India voted against a UN resolution condemning Iran crackdown on the domestic protest, singling that India New Delhi priority state-to-state stability over the interventionist critics. Then some scholarly view. First is the Shashi Tharoor, the responsible statecraft. As the former diplomat and senior Congress leader, Shashi Tharoor has recently, March 2026, broke rank with the party official stand to support the government to handling the Iran-Israel crisis. Strategic resentment. Shashi Tharoor argued that India's silence or the resentment in the face of major escalation, like 2026 assassination of the Iranian leadership, is not a surrender but a sign of strength. He defined it as a responsible statecraft that prioritized national interest over the moral posturings. The ladder theory. He suggested that India should act as a neutral mediator, providing both US, Israel, and Iran with the ladders to climb down from their purchase of conflict. The humanitarian concern. While backing the government's caution, he criticized the lack of immediate condolence for fallen Iranian leaders, noting that condolence is normal diplomatic courtesy for a friendly nation, distinct from the political condemnations. Economic realism. He emphasized that 9 million Indians in the Gulf and massive trade stake, India cannot afford to take side in the zero-sum game. Then the argument of C. Rajamohan, ending historic hesitations. Widely regarded as India is the most influential strategic analyst, Rajamohan views relationship through the lens of realism and India global rise. The tightrope act. Rajamohan famously described India policy as a diplomatic tightrope. He believed that Modi government has successfully dehypernated its tie, allowing to the deepen strategic cooperation with Israel and UAE while maintaining the Chabahar port project in Iran. Strategic autonomy. He argued that Modi era has seen India move away from the ideological third worldism towards a more transitional and bold foreign policy. However, he warned that India closeness to the US make independent decision on Iranian oil imports nearly impossible. Regional rivalry. He points that India must recognize the internal rivalry of the Middle East, Iran versus Saudi Arabia, as a permanent reality and limit their impact on the India goal rather than trying to fix them. Then the arguments of Pratap Bhanu Mehta. Pratap Bhanu Mehta is a philosophical and critics perspective, often questioning long-term foundation of India current foreign policy. Critics of realism. Pratap Bhanu Mehta argue that uh, Pradhan Bhanumeta warned against the self-despotism in the name of realism. In his 2026 writing, he suggested that India's pursuit of strategic autonomy can be sometimes look like a aimless war of the spectacles, where the state avoid taking moral stand to protect immediate material interests. The civilizational paradox. He notes that the tension of the Modi government rhetoric, while it celebrates civilizational diet with Iran, it's a domestic political project often conflict with the broader Islamic world, creating a fragile basis on the long-term trust. Institutional collapse. He has expressed concern that the collapse of the parliamentary oversights in a foreign policy allow the executive to make high-stakes shift, like the pursuing Iran project under US pressure without sufficient public or intellectual debates. Under the Modi government, India has replaced the old sentimental civilization rhetoric with a hard-nosed realism. Iran is no longer India's top oil provider due to sanctions, but it has become India's most critical geopolitical transit point to Eurasia. Experts say that scholars note that while India remains wary of the Iran deepening tie with China, New Delhi refused to abandon Tehran ever under the intense Western pressure. He earned it a unique trusted balancer status in the West Asia.